Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about a few rolls of film that I took on my trip to Des Moines, Iowa. So the rolls of film that I took to Des Moines, Iowa was CineStill 50D, Ektar 100, Pro 400H, Kodak Ultramax, and Ektachrome 100. The cameras I shot with was the Nikon F4 and the Pentax 645. I was in Des Moines, Iowa for a car show, the Goodguys car show. They travel around the states, and it's just a big, basic like car meet. They had it at the state fairgrounds, and so there was just a bunch of cars, and I knew the colors would be really awesome to shoot. So I took a assortment of films and my two favorite cameras, and just shot a bunch of film. I didn't pull out the digital once. I had my Canon R6 in the bag, never pulled it out once, and I don't regret it. I love these photos. Some of the photos are meh, but most of the photos I'm going to show you, if not all of them, are some of my favorites from each roll. So here we go. So if I had to pick a favorite roll of film that I shot at this car show, I would say it was probably the CineStill 50D. I just really love how the colors came out and just how it treats the highlights and just the overall look that comes from this film. You could say I'm a CineStill fanboy. I love 800T. I love shooting in the daytime and the nighttime, as most people do at night. I really like how the Ektar 100 photos came out as well. That was my first time shooting Ektar 100 in 120 with the Pentax 645. Before that, the Ektar 100 that I shot last year or 2 years ago was the 35mm roll, and I knew I loved it as a 35mm film. I'm not a big fan of the E100 photos, though I did get a couple that I really liked. I also wasn't really a big fan of the Pro 400H. That was a 35mm film, and I will be trying it out in 120 pretty soon, as I have a couple in the freezer before the discontinuation of that film. So I'll be trying that out at some point. I just got to find the right day and right location to shoot it at, so I can get a real full test of that film, as it's known more as a portrait film. So I'm going to try to shoot some portraits with that film. Now for the last roll, the Ultramax. I love Ultramax. It's cheap. It's easy to get a hold of at most of your convenience stores, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, wherever it may be. There's usually some Ultramax sitting on the shelf. So I really like how some of those photos came out. I always do. It's just a great cheap film stock. So if you have any questions, I'd appreciate if you guys would put them down in the comments. I'd also really appreciate if you'd subscribe. My subscriber to non-subscriber views are pretty drastic at this point. So I'd really appreciate if you guys would just click that subscribe button. Also give this video a like, and I will see you in the next one.